Donald Trump versus Megyn Kelly. Let's walk through the brief history of just the last 20 hours. Kelly came back from vacation, did her Fox show, got her usual big crowd audience of hundreds of thousands, apparently including Mr. Trump, who tweeted and retweeted a veritable sharknado of criticism, all aimed at Kelly. Things like, quote, "I like the Kelly file much better without Megyn Kelly." That got 2,400 retweets. Trump also quoted some guy who called Kelly a bimbo. That got 850 retweets. Today, the Fox News team en masse went on Twitter and defended Kelly. And the head of Fox News, Roger Ailes, said in a statement that although Trump rarely apologizes, in this case he should, Trump shot back by saying Kelly is not a, quote, quality journalist. And he pointed out that he won the prestigious corn kernel poll at the Iowa State Fair by a landslide. All right, it's generally thought that Trump won the first go-round with Fox. Yeah. Is he on track to beat them again?
Well, look, what was very striking today was the way in which not just Roger Ailes fired back, but the way in which a lot of people on Fox News, on Twitter, using very similar language. So you had, Kirsten Powers, Dana Perino, Brian Kilmeade, Brett Baer, a lot of folks, all kind of saying this must stop to Trump, which you didn't have before. It feels like there was a directive that went out. And if you get the collectivity of corporate Fox News and on-air Fox News, if they are all being marshaled now to rise
another
up
coincidence,
against
like
Trump,
the Rubio thing,
right? That is more of a problem. I mean, that could be in the end. Donald Trump, Fox, Republican voters watch Fox. If there's some kind of retribution, if there's some kind of freeze out happening, if there's some way in which the company somehow really lines up against Trump, it's a problem for Trump.
Right, if that happened. But here's the thing. If Donald Trump called Sean Hannity or Megyn Kelly or anyone else, they'd put him on the air. And the law of supply and demand, which is something both Roger Ailes and Donald Trump understand, until they're willing to say, you're saying something so inappropriate, we're not putting you on the air, Trump wins. Yeah.
Well, I see that. Well, look, he wins in the short term. It cannot be good, like in the wash, Donald Trump becoming the nominee, Donald Trump becoming the president of the United States, beating up on a highly qualified, highly intelligent, hily successful woman cannot be the way to win. It just cannot be. Bimbo, calling a woman like Megyn Kelly a bimbo repeatedly in public, picking that fight over and over, cannot be a way to win the presidency. Just not.
Well, that kind of stuff hasn't hurt him. He said a lot.
So far.
He said a lot worse. So far. But I think in Trump's corner here is people see him as strong. And what is the most counterintuitive thing, which is crazy strong in a way, for a Republican to stand up to Fox News and still get to be on their air?
There got to be other ways, though, for him to stand up to Fox News than by doing it this way. I think this is a thing that has a limited shelf life. This kind of attack.
What if he hadn't retweeted the bimbo and he just had criticized her?
But would have been better.
Difference?
Would have been better. Would have been better. Yeah. Bimbo's like, it's just, I think that's the thing that they're reacting to more than anything. It's one thing to say, I don't like Megyn Kelly, she's not good on the show.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing where Trump is showing strength. You look at last cycle and even this cycle, other Republicans were worried about not catering to Fox. Right. If they didn't give every first interview to Fox, only go on Fox, they'd be punished by Fox. Trump goes on CNN,
he's the
MSNBC.
Only candidate. He's the only
coming on with us tomorrow. He does whatever he wants
because he's bigger. He's bigger than Fox.
Has to put him on.
He's bigger than Fox.
And
he's the rare.
Mitt Romney was not bigger than Fox.
Not big. No, and no Republican in the last cycle was bigger than Fox, and no other Republican is bigger than Fox in this cycle. He's the only one who is bigger than Fox as a force right now, and that is a powerful place to be, no doubt.
Yeah. So I think he's on track to beat him. I mean, they may think that pushing back hard. I think they're loyal to Megyn Kelly, and understandably so. She's their colleague, but their loyalty to her, let's see how far it extends. Because if he said that about a colleague of yours, would you put him on your show?
Let me offer you a cliche, though. He may very well win the battle, but he was on his way to losing the war.
We'll see. He's still fighting Fox pretty tough.